Hello! The resource I am going to talk to you about right now is ABCYa. I use this website on our Fridays, which we call Fun Fridays. I selected this resource because it has a letter section and a math section which both align with state standards. Each section has a variety of games for students to choose from, and students think they are just playing games and have fun when in fact they are still learning too. So Fun Fridays are days where they're completely different. We don't do center times, we have book buddies. I mean, the entire day is just fun. But I try to make sure we are still hitting academics during the day. And so ABCYa helps me do that. But it also gets away from our typical apps that we use throughout the week, like Starfall and Reading Eggs and Zern. So yeah, I just really like it, and the kids seem to love it, and they don't realize that they're learning. The purpose for me using ABCYa is that I wanted to find a different educational technology tool that students could use and be excited about on Fun Fridays. I didn't like having busy work on our iPads or Chromebooks for students to use without a purpose, but with ABCYa this is not an issue. Students are still learning and having fun while working on mastering state standards. The intended audience for ABCYa are my students. One of the ISTE standards is ISTE Educator 5A that says uses technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. So by implementing ABCYa, students are able to select which games to play. Some of these games are harder, some of them are easier, and students can find which games best fit their needs. So I'm letting them self-select. I know some of the kids will click on a game and it has higher level reading, and they're like, wait a second, I don't know how to do this. And so sometimes they'll ask a peer mentor to help them, or if that doesn't work, then they'll go ahead and exit out of the game and go pick a game that maybe it's a little bit easier for them. Or if it's too easy, they're like, this is kind of babyish, or I know how to do this, then they'll go ahead and click out of it and go to a harder game. Another ISTE standard is ISTE Student 1D that says students understand the fundamental concepts of technology operations, demonstrate the ability to choose, use, and troubleshoot current technologies, and are able to transfer their knowledge to explore emerging technologies. So this fits with ABCYa because students have to have the knowledge of how to use a mouse or a tablet device and be able to choose which games to play and how to switch between games, and how to figure out how to play games without much instruction. So there are some verbal instructions in the games, but a lot of the times the students, especially at the beginning of the year, are like, how do I do this? If you are a kindergarten teacher, you also know how painful it is to teach the kids how to log in to a program. I try to keep everything very simple for my kiddos, but students will have to know how to type in ABCYa into the URL search bar area, or using even an iPad, they'll have to figure out how to go to Safari and do the same thing to access ABCYa. And then they also have to learn how to switch between the games, so how to back out of a game. A lot of times at the beginning of the year, my kids will completely exit out of ABCYa, so I have to get them going back through to get back onto the program. So it's a little bit stressful at the beginning, especially when all of them are playing the game at the same time, or if I'm at a center and the kids are like, Mrs. Molnar, I don't know how to do this. But what's awesome is around December, I feel like the kids definitely start having a good grasp of how to use the Chromebooks and the iPads and figure out how to log into things or access ABCYa. So let's look here. I will go ahead and search for ABCYa to show you what this looks like. Just click here. So it looks like you can have an account. I have actually never explored this option, to be completely honest, because I like free stuff, and so I always just have my kids come down here and we click on kindergarten. They obviously have preschool through, it looks like 6th grade plus, so that's cool. And then I only use the letters and numbers section. They do have more games in the holiday strategy and skills area, but I have my students stay in the orange or the blue areas. So we have kindergarten word games, and the kids can click on these and do whatever one they want. And then they have kindergarten math games. So if it's a literacy time, then I have them stay in the orange area. If it's math time, then they can pick a game in the blue area. And my students just love this. They really do. it's pretty simple. Like I said, most of our games, pretty much all of them, hit a Common Core standard. And it's super easy to use. It's easy for me to use, so and the kids love it. So other than just simple basic technology skills and teaching my kids those technology skills, this program is a great one to use if you have kids K through maybe 5th or 6th grade. So thanks for watching.